This week's video, I find it really interesting about how sex was just a weird topic and people didn't really want to talk about it until Alfred Kinsey basically made that happen. And not a lot of people were just, okay with that. And people were just relieved that, some of their experiences weren't just very strange. Kinsey had a finding that around 10% of men mostly had same sex experiences, but the only important thing was that they were talking about it, and that was a big change. What's interesting about Kinsey is that he had two sides. In public, he acted like a scientist who was just curious about sex, but in private, he wanted society to be more accepting and opening. This shows that his work wasn't just about facts and figures, it was more about making the world a better place. His own background played a big role, and he had strict religious upbringings, and he didn't want others to suffer like he did. And when he struggled with his own feelings about sex, his personal connections to work made it more meaningful and important. He didn't just ask people questions, he collected a lot of data, and sometimes he even filmed people during sex. Sounds really strange, but it's just a way of really understanding sex in all forms. Kinsey's work changed America, and it made just people talk about sex openly. And his research was a big deal. It did let the people basically see a new way and prove that scientists can change the way we think about the most secret topics. Sex is a very complicated topic, but Dr. Masters and Virginia Johnson, who studied it, have given us new ways to think about it. In their talk, they said something surprising, and it was that it comes to our bodies. When it comes to our bodies, the way we react to sex, gay and straight people are not so different, and this challenges us over what many people believe. It means that we're being gay and straight isn't just about our bodies, it's just about who we're attracted to and our feelings. They also talked about how we learn about sex. Virginia Johnson said that we learn from all of our experiences, not just what we're taught. This means that our feelings are shaped about everything in our lives, like how we were raised and what we see in society. Jermaine Gear also had a lot of talks about that, and her ideas matches because she wanted sex to be limiting. She wanted people to break free from these rules and can be true to themselves. The interview also tells us that sexual preferences aren't something we're born with and they can change over time. And this means that we should respect people's choices about how they love and about how they express their love. And the important thing Dr. Masters and Virginia said is that people should be free to explore their feelings about sex without being judged or pushed into something they don't want. And it also matches what Jermaine Gear said about women's freedom to make their own choices about sex. The interview also makes us think about how society puts pressures on people to fit certain roles, like how it says that gay couples might have communication better because like they don't have strict gender roles, which just shows that our society's ideas about men and women can affect relationships and sex lives. So, as we keep learning about sex, these insights will keep us guiding to basically learning more about our diverse world and seeing how we should just, accept people for who they are and what they want